What is up, ladies and gentlemen? First thing we're going to do today is run through the slate, just give some quick notes about what I'm thinking. Usually I think I'm going to have this as a write-up on the site, but today we're going to do it verbally for the channel. If you need ranks for Underdog Battle Royale or the Dawg Bowl, those are live at beatbestball.com. So, Giants, Cowboys, quick notes there. Quite like Dak double stacks, Dak and Lamb, Dak and Ferg, maybe even Dak and Pickens. Pickens should be quite low owned after the disaster week one. Bringbacks, I like Neighbors. And I like Wandale for PPR. Slayton, crazy half-point PPR type of guy. Seahawks, Steelers, pretty much JSN. If I'm playing a running back there, I would play Charbonnet. Steelers end, it's Metcalf, it's Warren, it's Calvin Austin if you're trying to get off the table. And Jonnu Smith, low-owned tight end. Rams, Titans, love the Rams defense. Titans don't look good. Rams defense is good. Titans don't like anyone. Obviously, Puka Nacua, a smash. Kyron Williams, very playable as well. Devontae Adams, playable. And then, okay, if you want to do the vomit stack with like Cam Ward, DeElic, and Manor, go with God. Bills, Jets. If I'm playing Jets, I'd be playing Fields. I'd be playing Breece Hall. I think Garrett Wilson's going to be pretty chalky. Don't really want to go there. Kind of a high target share, right? But it's going to be hard to guess the games he actually scores touchdowns. Bills end. We like everyone. Jets play man defense, so particularly like Josh Palmer as a low-owned dart. Keon Coleman was better against man. He's playable. Like James Cook quite a bit. Don't think people will be too into him. And the Bills could just blow out the Jets. Josh Allen obviously playable, but I'm kind of leaning towards the edge that like you want to play Josh in these games against the Ravens and these games against the Chiefs. And if they're handling business, maybe not. Salary cap is, for salary cap DFS, he's pretty cheap, but yeah, lean that way. Kincaid, worth a dart too. Patriots, Dolphins, kind of like Tyreek Hill. Pats were getting beat deep. Defense doesn't seem that good. I like Drake May in that the Dolphins defense was disastrous. I like Achane. I like Henderson. There was some rumble that he should get more work. Hunter Henry playable. And Diggs is playable. Booty too. He's playable. Jags, Bengals. If I'm playing this game, I'd want to stack it up. So Joe Burrow doubles with Chase and T. I think Brenton Strange is quite playable, especially in salary cap DFS where people are going to be jamming Harold Fannin and Strange is a little bit more. So he's going to be low owned. Travis Hunter. He was kind of this like slot PPR guy, but totally live to catch deep bombs. Brian Thomas Jr. Flop lag, I like as well. And yeah, so I think that game's quite stackable. 49ers, Saints. Saints ran pace up. I don't really want to play Mac Jones, but for salary cap DFS, you could. He's like 4K on DraftKings. Just CMC from the 49ers. Don't think you need to play like Jake Tongus or Kendrick Bourne. Although you could. Saints end. I think it's Olave. I think it's Juwan. I think it's Shaheed. Don't really want to play Kamara. This game could get into some gross shootouts. Ravens, Browns. I want to play Tillman. I want to play Fannin some. I think Judy and Njoku are okay as just like low-owned guys as well. Judkins is going to play. I still lean towards he won't play that much in his first game. So it's probably going to be Samson. PPR scam is okay. I kind of think Derrick Henry disappoints in this one. So I'd want to fade him for other studs. I like Zay Flowers a lot, though. Just looks very good. And yeah, I don't want to do Mark Andrews, but he's going to be low owned. Lamar, obviously, very playable as well. Lions, Bears. Kind of think that if the Lions can, they'll try to blow out the Bears because they looked very bad the week before. So I like Gibbs a lot. Bears have always been kind of a run funnel. I like Amon-Ra quite a bit with the Bears slot corner out. I think Jameson Williams and Laporta are playable as two. For the Bears, I kind of think Caleb, he didn't look that bad, man. Like if he connected on a touchdown or two with DJ Moore, which he could have, I think people would be talking about this differently. Vikings defense might just be very good. So I do think low-owned Caleb, a guy who's going to run the football, is playable. I do think Rome Odunze is playable. DJ Moore is playable. I wouldn't touch the tight ends or the running backs for the Bears. Colts Broncos, Jonathan Taylor, big time playable. He's going to get targets with Daniel Jones. Don't really want to do the Colts passing game against the Broncos defense, but it'll be low owned. Obviously, Warren, if you're going to go there. For the Broncos, most people are going to want to wait to see it with RJ Harvey. So if you want to be a week early, at any time, he's liable to just start getting more of the snaps. If not, it's Dobbins. Bo Nix should be low owned. He looked terrible. I don't think he's that good. But the Colts defense probably isn't that good either. They got a bunch of injuries too. So Bo and Sutton, playable. Cardinals, Panthers. I think Tet's playable for the Panthers. That's kind of it. Maybe Chuba. For the Cardinals, obviously James Conner, people are going to be playing. Trey McBride is kind of a jam on this slate with no other elite tight end being live. Marvin Harrison Jr. was like inches away from a 99-yard touchdown, so he's playable. Kyler's playable. Real crazy Trey Benson. I don't know. I'm not doing it, but Chiefs, Eagles. Hollywood going to be very high owned. Maybe that's not that good. Think Mahomes is fine. I don't want to play Kelsey. I don't understand why people are playing him. Eagles, Saquon, playable. I think Hurts with Smith, Hurts with A.J. Brown, both playable. Still think A.J. Brown might be banged up, but he claims he was just zoned. So, possible. Which kind of means that maybe they're going to zone Neighbors in the Giants, But yeah, Smith going to be very low owned. A.J. Brown, obviously playable. And Saquon playable and Hurts. And that recaps the main slate. So, probably have like a write-up like that on the site in the future. Just like little notes about guys I like and why and guys I don't like. But that kind of breaks up the slate. DraftKings this year made it easy to see your exposure. So figured we'd look at my best ball exposures there. Just posted the top guys at quarterback. I went Trevor, Jaden, Goff, Love, May, Fields, Rodgers, Geno, Stafford. So mostly cheap guys. And then Jaden in the fourth, I thought was awesome. Like to have Love. Goff, I primarily like for his week 17 game. Obviously, the Vikings defense is good, but that game can just shoot out. May and Fields for the running. Trevor, hoping to get, a leap with Brian. I'm sorry, not Brian, with Liam Cohen. Man, I'm messing up my own name. And I think Trevor's mobile too. Running back. Yeah, so I did a lot of my DraftKings teams late, right? Compared to Underdog. So only have 9% Tootin and BBM, have 38% in the DK Millie. So I'm very exposed to him. Dameon Pierce was just like cheap guy. Generally, I'm drafting like 6-7 running backs on these teams. Was like a wide receiver early. So just betting against Nick Chubb, which might fail. I think Pierce could be traded too. Jaylen Warren, just preferred him to Caleb Johnson. Thought he was a cheap starter. Feel decent about that one. James Cook, again, thought he was underpriced. Liked that one a lot. Achane, 21%. So clearly I was not afraid of the Achane injury. Jammed him. Need the Dolphins not to be a stone disaster. Shipley, that one's looking real good. Unfortunately got hurt. Ray Davis, this, a cheap handcuff. Sean Tucker and Brashard Smith, 2 more cheap handcuffs. Wide receiver, again, so like how I did my DKs is 50 of them I did slow drafts. Another 80 of them I did in batches of 10 in fast drafts. So I'm not diversifying here. I'm just jamming guys. Travis Hunter, jammed 40%. Jordan Addison, very cheap, jammed 40%. Jaden Reed, Jam, 30%. That one was looking so good, man. It's a bummer. Olave, Jam, 30%. You could get like round 9 Olave. Malik Washington, a late darling, 25%. Kind of feels good. Ayuk, 24%. Shakir, 21%. Love the Puka Nacua, 21%. So Puka and Achan jammed both those guys. That's like 1 in 5. What is that? Like 30, 31, 32 teams with Puka Nacua. Feels awesome. 20% Keon. Again, Puka Nacua in the second round was an auto click for me. Looking very good right now. Tight end. Yeah, I mean, I like Fannin better on PPRs. I guess I have 30% Harold Fannin, which feels awesome, obviously. This is like 150 DK millies and like, I don't know how many 555s they did. Maybe like 10-ish, 10 to 12. Kate Otten, 25%. Cheap, Godwin hurt. Jonnu, 23%. Very cheap. Kincaid, 20%. Hunter Henry, 20%. Loveland, 17. Taylor, 17. Theo Johnson, 15. And Tucker Kraft, 14. So a lot of good exposures here that I'm happy about. We'll see how it comes together. But yeah, those are my DK exposures. Yeah, Reed definitely live late, but so give me a second here, folks. We're going to do some underdog drafts now. I think I need to deposit, though. Uh-oh, the depositor. We did the $100 drafts or the bombs on Thursday night, and we got probably blanked in those. I don't know. Was it closes Sunday night, I think. So let's get some money in the account and do some Dawg Bowls and Battle Royales. Let's just win one of those. All right, cool. Let's do a Dawg Bowl. Did it fill already? Wow, those freaks were going for it. Is it filled? NFL. Crazy. Saturday fill on the Dawg Bowl? People are hungry. All right, let's do like 5 Battle Royales then. If you got questions about slates, let me know. Do I do the spies and power sweeps? Sometimes. I think this week I'm just going to do like 1 5-5-5 team. And because FanDuel has a 250 milli maker, I'm going to do, because they had some promo where you could lose on that and get your money rake back, I'll probably do some 250 milli makers this week. But usually we probably will just like shot take one team in a higher stake milli maker, try to run pure. Is that the best contest selection? No, but we're trying to win $1 million, folks. Putting our heart on the line. Man, the Dawg Bowl's filled. That is crazy. That's a bummer. All right, well, maybe we'll try to max Battle Royale. Let's try to get weird. Yeah, I think Chase, CMC could fail so many ways. Number one, if the That was a close game against the Seahawks. What if the game is not close? What if the Saints score 0 points and it's like, 21-0 in the third quarter? Are they going to be playing CMC? After everyone on their team is injured? I tend to think no. Also, the Niners could be disastrous with Mac Jones. That's also live. So, I think with the Mac Jones, that's enough to bump CMC down to 2 for me. Oh, yeah. It's terrible top heavy, man. But hey, getting second's kind of a good problem to have. Okay, let's do Chase and Brian Thomas. Let's do the bring back rather than the same team. I don't think this is happening, but I do think it's encouraged. I always said that I lean towards, or I said recently that I lean towards Judkins getting 0 games suspended with him meeting with the commissioner, because I think something that was like very likely is that this was a shakedown. That happens. And they were just doing their due diligence. He met with the league office, so we'll see. Could come out that he's a terrible guy too. That's also very live. Let's do a Monra. I kind of like a Monra better than Neighbors. Maybe I'll switch that. In the future, I think I'll try to have ranks out Thursday. Maybe. Thursday or Friday. And just a little write-up on the site. Someone asked me if I'll have... this is insane. Getting Gibbs and Lamb. How'd that happen? The quarterbacks go. Someone asked me if I'll have daily ranks for drafters. The answer is no. It's just too much of a time sink. The contests are not big enough. And it's not popular enough. Yeah, I mean, he might be innocent. I was always kind of like, it's not popular to say that when a guy is getting investigated for domestic violence, but there just is a chance that someone is innocent. We need to recognize that. Generally, no, right? Statistically, no. Statistically, no woman is going around claiming someone hit them. The calculus does change a little bit, though, when it's with these $1 million athletes and it's like Instagram models and whatever. And that is hopefully the last we have to talk about domestic violence on this channel at all. Shanahan can't quit CMC. I don't know, man. You would think that his brain is going to be like, how do I not lose my whole team again this year? It seems like Jaden Reed is going to be back in 2 months or so. He had a sick touchdown wiped off. That's kind of brutal. No excuses now for like the Goldens of the world, any of them. This team right here is literally how I won $1 million. Josh Allen, JT, Chase, and Amon-Ra, all those guys are a big reason that I won BBM2. So do I take Noah Fant to complete the collection? That's fun. Let's do Strange for the bring back. Yeah, Mar's fine. I think Cook is playable. Yeah, Cook and Allen can get there together. Allen throws touchdowns to Cook. Cook is kind of like a poor man's CMC. Doesn't play as many snaps, but Yeah, and this is why CMC got hurt in the playoffs and they lost the Super Bowl. You know? So, like, maybe he learned from that. Who could I have taken to complete the BBM2 team? Aaron Jones or something? Polk traded to the Saints. Okay. What do you go for? I'm kind of curious. Don't think I'm getting unique enough in these. Kind of just jamming the best plays. So let's do like one at a time and try to get real unique for 5 of them. I'm going to need you to explain what you're asking better. In your Allen team, Micken you like? I don't know what Micken you like means. I think Daniels will be okay. I don't think Cook will ever be too popular in a Battle Royale slate unless he's coming off a huge game. Just because people tend to want to play snap counts. But we have to realize that, like, snap counts is a safety discussion. Okay? It's not a ceiling discussion always. We need a tight end here. No stacks. We'll go Kincaid. We need a tight end here. Let's just go Ferg. Oh, yeah. Sorry, man. I'm not going to go look at your Battle Royale team when I'm drafting 5. If you super chat me, we'll look at teams. But other than that, no. And honestly, if the draft closes, I can't even go back and look. Poke for a 7th and 6th. Yeah, they just wanted to get him out of there. Let's go like Hunter Henry. Let's go Jonnu. Okay, let's do a couple where we just try to get real weird. Screw ADP. It can be easy to just like keep on jamming studs. So we'll get like 2 studs or so and then try to get weird. Hello, Peter. Peter's going to be like, what is Liam smoking in this weird one I do? I mean, in general, guys, like you just don't want to be going the top 6 players by ADP unless you're getting weird. Now, I've adjusted my ranks compared to the market rank. So already I'm going to be unique because, right, like I have Derrick Henry at 5 instead of 2. I have Lamb at 3 instead of 5. I have Chase at 1. So I'm getting different than the market. Kind of think it, maybe the quarterback should go after Trey McBride now that I think about it more. I have Cook at 18 instead of 29. So I'm taking stands in the ranks, which even if you're not using my ranks, beatbestball.com, best deal in fantasy. I suggest you just change the ranks if you're going to be value. Javonte Jam, I definitely think Javonte is very playable. Now, he's not going to run for 70-yard touchdown, right? Like James Cook could just run for a 70-yard touchdown. We're not getting that from Javonte. But if guys get tackled at the 1-yard line a bunch, sure, Javonte can fall in the end zone. Guessing Peter's going to do Gibbs, but we'll see. He's probably volume drafting some. I'll go these 2 guys if Gibbs is gone. All the middle school kids love saying 6, 7. So for the middle school kids I teach out there, 6, 7. I don't know what, I think some TikToker or whatever. All right, so Puka and Trey McBride already a little unique. Passed on Saquon, passed on the elites. Not huge unique there, though. We're going to try to get legit 2 players who are not drafted on this team, though. Oh, yes. Very easy to see the Bengals-Jaguars game as a game that goes off. You know, relatively condensed target trees in that game. We're not doing this. Pearsall's fine. Yeah, I just never really love jamming these, like, hopefully this guy falls in the end zone types of dudes. But it's as viable as saying a guy runs for 80-yard touchdowns, you know? Pearsall's totally fine, right? Like, he's like Brian Thomas Jr. I don't love it still. But it's doable. We can look at some of my completed. I can't believe the Dawg Bowl filled on Saturday. We got 8 in. So there's like a Dawg Bowl pick'em. Is anyone hip to how to play that? I don't understand. And I don't even know if I can do it because I have champions. So our goal is to get at least 2 guys who are near 0% drafted in this contest. With having McBride, that's quite nice because a lot of people are only doing that at tight end who are doing this sharply. But we're going to do it at skill players. So we can go chalky here. Let's go JT Kyron. JT Kyron, but that gives us, we kind of have to get a quarterback. All right. JT, well, our low on quarterback could be Stafford. Let's do that. JT Kyron. Puka catches a touchdown. Kyron catches a touchdown. Then we go Stafford, literally 0% drafted. And maybe not the smartest play, but we're doing it. And a scroll down wide out. I think I also could have gone like Taylor and Hurts and then taken 2 scroll downs. Economics of fantasy football. Is Stafford too cute? He definitely borders on it. Because he's just like so rarely shown a fantasy ceiling. But, you know, like once Fields is gone, okay, if I can get Kyler, I'll go Kyler and 1 scroll down for this one. Which I'm going to be able to get Kyler because Peter's not going to go Kyler. He's going to go Bo. So we could go Kyler and a scroll. It's not that crazy taking Stafford over Kyler, though. Screw it. We're doing Stafford, man. Stafford and Travis Hunter. Why not? Having Kyron and Puka, you can play it with the quarterback or without. You could say that, like, Puka has a good game, Kyron scores rushing touchdowns, and Stafford doesn't get there. Or Kyron catches the touchdowns, you know? So our two 0% drafted guys nearly are Stafford and Travis Hunter there. Let's do some more where we try to get weird. No, I don't have a teacher certificate because I teach chess. So no, my major was not education. It was economics. What's the week long victory lap on Davis with Keon? Do you think the people who drafted no Keon would change their decision right now? What do you guys think? It's okay to say he's not going to be like a league winner, but do you think they would want to still have 0%? What's your guys' thinks there? I would think so. Now, people are stubborn, so it's going to take them a couple weeks. Oh, yeah. CeeDee Lamb's a jam. Chase is a jam. Both are jams. IMO. Pretty sure Polk's on season-ending IR. Hello. This stuff is so reactionary. It is so reactionary where if Jamar Chase was coming off of 40, he'd be the unquestioned 101. Draymond Green, why would I care at all what Draymond Green has to say? Come on. I can't speak for Davis, but I generally think that the Bills were just undervalued by the market. And when players are undervalued, I'm going to draft them. Period. It's kind of insane that people question me like, oh, wait, what? You want to draft cheap guys from the offense that's going to score 30 a game? Yes, I do. Right? If my quarterback was Spencer Rattler, would I want to jam my team's players? No. No, I wouldn't, right? Good news for me is Josh Allen's not going anywhere for a while, so we'll see. Especially on a half-point PPR site, we're searching for touchdowns, folks. Let's go. Again on Josh, like there's going to come a point where he stops stealing rushing production, but on a slate like this where it's Lamar and Josh, feels kind of good to get Josh. I didn't think Shakir looked too hobbled. But he did have a high ankle sprain, so it's going to take him a little bit probably. Okay. So we went top of ADP for our first three picks, at least how I have it ranked. So these last three, we're going to try to get weird. It's not true at all. I don't think Shakir's been soft. Having a high ankle sprain makes you soft? Like, what are you saying? Get in the Discord, though. People in the Discord would love having conversations like that. Links below. I think I'm a couple people away from 7,800 subs. Help me out, folks. Probably hang for a couple more drafts. Call it a day. Might go live. Should go live tomorrow in the morning for an hour, like I did last week, answering start sits, and have ourselves a day. I think Judy's a good scroll. Like, there's a lot of good players that aren't always drafted, right? Just at wide receiver. Rome, Moore, Hunter, Diggs, Ridley, Judy, Shakir, Tillman, Olave, Pittman, Waddle, Shaheed. Okay, one more chalk. JT could have had 2 touchdowns last week. Tough defense to throw against. Should have a big workload. Yeah, I think Devonta is a good candidate to pair with Hurts. I like Zay, but every wide receiver except for like a couple are more boom busty. And we don't know with Mark. Mark Andrews might be a 0. Seems likely. You never know. It's a long season. All right, we'll take Keon. I was going to take Josh Palmer, but we'll do Keon this time. Certainly not drafted 100%, but should be paired with Josh quite a bit. Okay, I know what we wanted to look up. First off, did anyone respond to the Dawg Bowl being filled? No. Okay. Underdog. NFL. No, maybe it's Underdog Drafts. There's a third account that tweeted about the Dawg Bowl thing. Okay, so we want our tight end to correlate. So Hunter Henry, Evan Ingram. Could do the double with Kincaid too. Let's do a double. That's going to be pretty rare. Touchdown from Kincaid, touchdown from Keon, soars us to the top. Okay, let me find this Underdog. Underdog Dawg Bowl. Who tweeted this? Okay, the main account did. The main account, not even Underdog NFL. Okay, how to enter Dawg Bowl Pick'em. Click link and enter Underdog username. Okay, apply token to an all NFL touchdown only entry in app. Oh, can we not do it anymore? Maybe I have to do it on the phone. Let's try like that. I guess I'll just ask. Is this closed? Because when I click on the link, it says it's closed. Click link and enter Underdog username. Apply token to an all NFL touchdown only entry in app. Oh, maybe I can't do it because I live in Florida and we can't do pick'ems. We do champions. Here's the rules. So you got pick touchdowns. Whoever has the highest multiplier wins. I don't know. Maybe I missed my chance. Has anyone done this? Oh, yeah. Maybe we just can't do it in some states. I tried it in app too. Yeah, Trey Tucker. Unfortunately, I have some Jack Beck in high stakes too. Pretty good. I don't know if Peter Thiel owns Underdog. Certainly not. Maybe he's an investor. Okay, we'll do another trying to get weird. The double stacks are obviously hard, like with me just doing Keon and Kincaid. They're hard, honest, where you have to score the highest, but not impossible. Especially once the buys hit, which they have not right now. Did you just do it right now, OG Jackson? Or did you do it earlier? Because if you just did it now, then it's just not available in my state. Just tells me it's no longer running. Did it maybe an hour ago? So maybe, yeah, maybe it just closed. Maybe I was just late. I don't know. We'll check next week. Kind of a fun thing there. My apartment has a sauna and it's been broken for like a month. I keep emailing them about it. Infuriating. All right, we'll make this our last one. Good luck, us. Maybe I'll draft some in the morning if it's open, which I doubt, but you never know. Let's do Lamb and Puka. Hey, man, a lot of people were high on Polk. You know, and okay, so Lad, like the guys around Polk in the draft were Lad, Keon, Leggett, and Worthy. And is there anyone else I'm missing? Seems like Lad is a smash. What's so crazy for the Patriots is they traded out of drafting Lad. And I'm convinced they did it because they didn't want to draft another white dude to be like, oh, you know, now we're the new Patriots. We're done with the Julian Edelman days or whatever. So they traded out drafting Lad. Looks like Worthy, jury's still out, but it looks like he was going to be a hit. Keon, again, jury's still out, but looks like he is trending towards a hit. Leggett, jury is out. He's certainly closer to Polk than he is to Lad. So tough. Actually, they got Javon Baker too. See, McBride's the scarcest thing, but like, you know, McBride, if McBride doesn't score a touchdown, it won't matter. Wow. You just got, anytime you can do this, you just gotta have to. Lamb, Puka, Brian Thomas. Let's go. 3 first-round picks in best ball land because people are taking Travis Kelce, JSN, James Conner. We'll take the gifts. Sometimes you got to zoom out. and be like, what were our priors a week ago? Oh, yeah, these guys were. And Achan? Okay. Here's me just jamming the first round picks. If this team wins, people are going to be like, how did he get this team? This guy, he wants Connor against the Panthers. Sometimes people play the matchups too much, right? This is my favorite one, no matter how it does. Like, if you think about best ball ADP, no lineup comes close to comparing to mine. Man, do we go Hurts? No, we're going to go Dak. Do we go Hurts and we just keep the trend? Fine, we'll do Hurts. I was just so set on going Dak, but like, fine, another ADP gift. Like, you can't replicate this. You can't replicate getting a trillion guys past their ADP. I think I can kind of just go highest ADP tight end. I don't love it with Warren, but who do you love, Why not? So sometimes you reach to get unique. Sometimes you just scoop the value and you let the rest of the people get weird. Lamb, Puka, Brian Thomas, Achan, Warren. I swear to God, Hurts if you sell this team. If this team wins, people are going to like riot. But it's totally logical that you're going to get teams like this when some people are just very locked into like, oh, this is the key. James Conner's the key this week. Or JSN's the key. Or Kelsey's the key. Yeah, it's kind of a crazy team. When there's two ways to get unique. When the lobby's getting unique, you're allowed to just scoop value. When the lobby's going by ADP, you manufacture your own. I was planning to go Dak and Ferguson there, which would have felt good too. But let's see how that team projects. $93.7. So only just barely my best projected one. Because I have 3 wide receivers. Like this team projects 0.1 less. Because I have Lamar. This team projects 0.2 less. This team projects for more points than the one I just drafted. Lamar, Cook, Kyron, Chase, Neighbors, Harold Fannin. This team projects for the most of any team I've drafted so far. Joe, JT, James Conner, Chase, Brian Thomas, McBride. My best Dawg Bowl projection-wise is this one. Joe, Jalen Warren, Chase, JSN, Devontae Adams, Brenton Strange. My second best one is this one. Joe, Javonte, Chase, T, Keon, Kincaid. My worst projected team is this one. Fields, JT, Puka, Zay, Josh Palmer. Obviously, we're getting weird with the Palmer call. It's going to hurt your projection. But yeah, like this is not a projection game. That's why I kind of thought that maybe I should, even though Hurts was there, I was kind of tempted to go Dak and Ferg. It's better to tell a story than it is to just go by projection, but sometimes you just got to scoop the value, you know? You just got to scoop. All right, folks, that's what I got for you on this lovely Saturday. Have a great day. Like, subscribe, tell a friend about the channel, join the Discord. Link is below. BeatBestBall.com for rankings. Good luck this weekend.